This promises to be probably the most technical, challenging barn find I've ever done. We've got a digger. We've got plenty of cardening to do, and I'm no stranger to doing a bit of cardening. We're in the middle of nowhere in North Wales. I'm just going down this sheep track because this is sort of the driveway, I guess, to the barn. So all of this has to be cleared before we can get to a car which has been in the same family, I believe something like 55 years. It's been off the road for well over 40 years. And we've got to get it out today because it's actually going to be going off to be restored. The family are keeping it because the car is a small but highly significant, highly collectible car that's in the far corner of the barn. And in front of it is a load of hoarded stuff from many, many years of, I guess, just throwing things in there. This is going to be such an exciting barn find episode of the Late Break Show. This might be my ultimate, who knows. I'm Jonny Smith, and this episode is proudly supported by Nielsen Car Cleaning Products.
And our Barn Find February is also kindly sponsored by WORX and its cordless tools that make my barn finds a lot easier. But more on that later.
So Dave, we are in a beautiful, pretty remote part of North Wales. And this car was your dad's car?
Yeah.
And it's been in your family for a long time?
Since it was about 6 years old.
And it's a 1965?
Wow. So it was about, 71-ish.
Yeah, goodness me.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's been in here, this barn, for...
long. I'm 43 and it's been there longer than I've been alive, so...
Has it? You've never seen it out?
No.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
No, never seen it out, no, so...
And you guys, you're a car family, or because you're massively into your cars.
Yeah.
Today, what I said on the intro, the car is coming out today, which is why the digger's ready. Yeah. This is all being cleared because you're going to keep the car and resurrect it. Yeah,
it's something. My father passed away 4 years ago, and as long as I can remember, he's always said, "Oh, we'll get the car out and we'll
tinker with it."
Yeah, tinker and get it going. That never came about, which is sad.
Yeah.
This has kind of coaxed me into the 4 years have gone very, very quick.
Yeah.
I've said every summer we'll get it out, a few friends of mine, and we've not done it.
And you said it's like it's an infamous car.
Yeah, a lot of people, well, more than you think, know about it, but it's been left alone. Dad was born and raised, less than a mile from here.
Yeah.
And everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
And quite often, if I go for a beer, an old man in the corner will ask me,
Will they really?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, and it's been left alone. For far too long.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a day.
This is going to be a really busy day, so we must crack on. But of course, you want to see it, so we'll give you a glimpse right now. Follow us in. Hope you're wearing gloves. Hope you've had your jabs. It's busy in there. Go on then, Dave, after you. I've got no idea how to navigate this.
Not have I.
There's a toilet. I was going to ask if there was a toilet on the premises, because often there isn't. And the gearbox, and a dash of what looks like maybe an Austin Rover thing. There's a seat that I recognise there.
Jag Mark II.
Jag Mark II.
Yeah.
I'm seeing bonnet, boot, obligatory mattress. So to reiterate, we've got to clear all of the garden, which has actual trees and hedges that we've got to clear out and level. Then we've got to clear all of this to get to that. And that is what you've been waiting for. And that is an original Mini Cooper, 1965 Mini Cooper. Wow, goodness gracious me, look at that. In a real barn, really in the middle of nowhere. Goodness me, Dave. Your dad has owned this since it was 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. And obviously other cars have come and gone.
Yeah, he fixed cars, so he painted cars, panel beats, a mechanic.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, there's the Leaping Cat.
Yeah,
so that's
the Mark II bonnet.
These are Mark II panels.
Yeah.
And there's a door off something else just there. Goodness me. So the door is missing, the driver's door.
The door's here, yeah.
It is here somewhere.
the story goes he borrowed the car to his cousin, and either the wind took the door or someone hit the door.
Yeah.
It got damaged, so he took the door off. Wasn't so happy about it, and he stuck it in the shed, and it's been there ever since.
Oh my gosh, so it was a running, driving car?
Yeah. It was originally old English white with a black roof.
Yeah.
And he painted the car this colour.
Did he?
Yeah, he painted the car this colour.
And it's a Cooper or a Cooper S?
Morris Cooper.
It's a Morris Cooper, right.
Yeah.
You know, we get on the Late Break Show a few people, minority audience, saying that I sometimes fake barn finds. If you think we fake this kind of thing, you're off your nut. In fact, if you do, I'll come around your house and I'll poo in your front garden. Wow, goodness gracious me. Look at the tail rail quarter bumpers have fallen off it, and they're aftermarket mirrors, I'm sure they are. But it is all there, and it is going to be restored. We've got our work cut out today. Also, you might have noticed the fact that that's a massive cart wheel. What's the deal with the cart, Dave?
What my father told me was there's a pub in the middle of Pwllheli, our local town.
Yeah.
And that was the fastest cart in town before there was buses. So it was used for fast transport, and then after it was in the Mitre, it moved to Carreg Plas, a farm down the road.
Way.
Yeah, a farm down the road.
Yeah.
And some other dad got hold of it, and it's been here ever since with the Mini, you know.
And behind you there's a bit of Capri.
Half a Mark 1 Capri, yeah.
And I can see there's a grill from a Cortina up there, a Mark 3.
Yeah. Loads of Jag Mark 2 parts.
Right, less talking, more action. We've got so much clearing to do before we can get anywhere near the Mini. I mean, bloody hell, look at it. So where David stood, there's this mound of earth before the door of the barn. The digger's about to come and take this away, but these are all car bits. That's a steering column shroud. And that's a back axle there. Obviously wheels and tyres, but there's bits of dashboard. There's a fuel tank. All sorts. Before the claw comes in, we've just found a bit of old dash. Not sure if it's root screw or what. And also that axle's 3-stud. Not many cars were 3-stud. Old Citroen maybe? Eagle-eyed viewers will see that I'm not wearing the OG BFF Barnfind fleece, and that is because the people have asked and we will deliver. The Barnfind fleece is now available on the Late Break Show merch shop. We have an embroidered official Barnfind fleece. I'll put a link in the description for this and all our other merch. Right, it's time to go in. Ugh. We've got to get rid of everything in the middle and on the left. We'll probably keep some of the scrap on the right because we don't need to move that today. But we've got to move all this in order to get that Mini out there. Come on in and join the fun. A toilet in a suitcase, of course it is. Why is a toilet in a suitcase? An open letter to hoarders. Please only hoard interesting stuff, don't hoard utter shit.
More content.
Yeah, that's. I saw that in there. Wonder what it was. Is it a cowboy or a cowgirl?
Cowboy.
We went to grab this cabinet thinking it was easy and empty, and it's actually just full of old car paint, including BMC touch-up paint, which might be a little pot to keep for the Mini actually. That would be quite nice, but everything else I think is, yeah, don't worry, we won't be burning this in the garden. $1984.
No way, I was 3 years old.
You were 3?
Still is.
It's all in Welsh. I don't know. I can't read it. There you go. Look, you can read that while I'm pulling this old piece of carpet out.
I know the guy in the paper.
Huh?
I know the guy in the paper.
Joking.
I swear to God, Graham Davis.
Is he still around?
Huh? Yeah. He used to work for Waskin Jones. He's a developer. Graham Davis. And he's on, yeah.
How weird.
Chris Banks, know him as well. You know, it's mad, isn't it?
1984.
That's the kind of...
Everyone's favourite mag, War Monthly.
War Monthly?
issue 1.
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to know what happened in War Monthly issue 1? Kursk, the turning point. Inside the fighting Tiger tank. And Hitler's blunders that weren't. New first issue. Oh shit! Shit! All of the mags I just laid out have just tipped straight.
Hey, can you just say that isn't my father? It's his cousin Eric.
Is it?
He likes cowboys and that kind of stuff. So just to be clear, that is not my father.
Has he got infantry at war mag? And
Yeah. Huh?
so your dad wasn't interested in the
No,
weapons of the 1973 Israeli Arab?
No, that wasn't him, no.
I was more interested in the 1974.
Yeah, but we might, I think, knowing Eric, there'll be some more colourful magazines in that stockpile somewhere. So, evening reading for you. Evening reading for you.
Right, sweepstake time, guys. What's in the very long, slender case? Is it snooker cues? Is it firearms? Is it magazines of adult interest? Or is it all 3? I don't know. And actually, we might not know because it's seized. The locks are all seized, I think. Have you got the... You're going to break it open. Well, there is a gun, but it's plastic, so that's not real. Diamonds Are Forever by Ian Fleming. You Only Live Twice, From Russia with Love, Thunderball, and Goldfinger. Look. They're not, these aren't wet, these aren't damaged. Look. Look. Here. Fantastic. Those aren't damaged. Oh, and Casino Royale and Moonraker. He might have all of them. For your eyes only. Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah. Ready?
Yes,
Bill.
He's alright. Go on, slowly.
No.
Slow.
No. Ready? Yeah, that's... Oh, look at this! Motor car principles and practices.
This isn't a practice, is it?
I don't know if what we're doing are either. Yeah, wow. Semi and 3/4 floating.
That flight's brand new.
dart flights. 45 pence. They were.
Packet of cigars. Was cigars, I think. Is it?
Yeah, very good. Is that a magazine about milking cattle? Look. That's actually quite cool. I like that. Pick your poison. Air gunner, cars and car conversion circa 1992, or an 18 rated film with fishnet tights on the cover. Okay. Chase. A desperate man, a deadly game, and Stephen Chase is playing for his life. Stephen Chase. Gunfire erupts and 2 policemen are down. A dying man slaps a 45 into the hand of Stephen Chase and says, "You're it, good luck." Suddenly, he's a hunted killer on the run.
Shoot, damn it, shoot him! Just drive the car.
Power. High strength fitness. The official journal of the Bull Worker Club. Right, this is a special sled that Dave here has devised in order to get the Mini out, to extract the Mini safely and back to his house without kind of hurting it. I will let Dave now take over and he can explain what on earth this is. It's basically, it's a frame that you've had welded up.
Yeah.
With a detachable hitch.
Yeah.
And a detachable axle, which sort of U-bolts onto the back.
Yeah, so it slides into the car.
Yeah.
It's longer than the car, so it slides between the wheels through.
Yeah.
Tractor is on that end.
Yeah.
The hydraulics lift it up.
Yeah.
We put a gas bottle in the middle.
Gas bottle.
Yeah, empty.
Yeah.
Gas bottle in the middle. Hydraulics down, so it seesaws.
Seesaw, right.
We then bolt an axle to the far end.
Yeah.
Lift the hydraulics again.
Yeah.
Take the gas bottle out and carry it out. Simple.
I'm so glad you planned this today.
Yeah.
Because it's quite a daunting prospect without any of that.
6 Ps.
Yeah.
You heard about the 6 Ps?
Which 6 Ps?
I'll tell you after. Yeah. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance.
Right.
And the 6 Ps.
That's good. That's good. I've got my trusty cordless WORX compressor. Uses the same detachable 20 volt packs here that are on all my other tools that I've got here. So I want to say a massive thanks to WORX for sponsoring Barn Find February. If you want a discount on WORX stuff, you get 10% discount. There's a code on the screen right now and in the description. Right, we're doing a bit more gardening now, slash cardening. So that metal frame that we're trying to slide underneath, the car is sunken into the dirt quite a lot. The dirt on the barn floor is soft. We're just trying to scrape a little bit more out so we can get under the front wheels. The only tire we can't access to get the valve inflated is that corner. Everything else, all the other tyres have got air in, so we've propped them up on this. We're just going to hoe, scrape, rake, whatever, the dirt out, and we should be able to get that frame all the way to the front, and then we can do that trick that Dave's going to do, and we'll get the tractor in to pull it out. You never know with these barn finds how involved they're going to be. I knew this one was going to be involved. In fact, the last North Welsh barn find I did wasn't in a barn at all, it was in a field, and that involved some heavy plant. And here we are again. But these are my favourite in some ways. Well, she's dragged. That'll be the sump then.
Yeah.
So that's how much dirt's in here.
Yeah. Go, go, go.
So this slightly medieval setup, it is working.
Yeah.
The reason why we're going again is to try and get the car a little higher so we can get the skid all the way through, because we didn't think we were able to get it under the front before we then lift it up, take it off the Seesaw, bolt loosely the rear axle onto this frame at the back so the tractor can wheel it out. Carchaeology, that's what we're doing now. We've done Cardening earlier on. Well, now we're in full carchaeology mode. I love it. Let me know if you find any Roman jewellery, yeah?
Yeah.
Only its actual stance.
It's resting on the dogs of war on that side and the other man's farm, and War and Peace, which is the biggest, longest book I know. It's, I don't know, 3 inches. That's on that side.
I'm in your life.
I'm not a book hater. They all are a bit damp and a bit, you know, like rodenty.
Yes.
Yeah, come on, give it a... Nice. Well, congratulations, everybody.
You know, that's like waving a red
That's a
flag
proper
in
operation, that
football.
was, wasn't
We
it?
won't get any
Well, Dave, your theory worked.
Yeah.
Well, we've got it out without damaging it.
Yeah.
You You pulled the rear valance off, but it was already
hanging off,
on by a thread, so that's fine. That doesn't count. Thanks to the Fergie.
Yeah.
Wow. This car went in there before you were born, I was born. I don't know when you were born.
Yeah, him, yeah, as well, yeah.
So the tax disc in the window says 1978. So I'm guessing it was about around that time.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, it has not been outside since 78.
No.
No wonder we had to dig it out. We've managed to get the Mini out before nightfall, which is a plus. Now I would normally set to work and clean it up with Nielsen car cleaning products, of which there's a discount code in the description and on the screen now. Go and get your 35% off, and I would go for it and try and make it look prettier. But Dave wants to take the car back to his workshop as it is, and he's got a trailer waiting, and we're going to load it into a covered trailer before it rains, and he's going to take it to his workshop. So it's his car, and that's his wish. While the guys are starting to load up, there's a few other trinkets that we found in the shed which are fascinating. Plastic blackbird, raven, crow. We found a gun belt with live ammunition. We found an old local flagon, porcelain flagon from Carnarvon. We found a new old stock Lada Neva leather gear knob. Oh, and that's because it turns out Dave's dad, one of his many cars was a Lada Neva, and he's even got a Sunstrip National Neva Owners Club. If you haven't ever seen my Lada Neva drive review that I did a long time ago now, which sort of went viral by accident, you can watch it. I'll put it on screen now. As well as air rifle pellets and an Old Spice coffee mug. Love weird trinkets like this. There's so much bric-a-brac. We've managed to get the car out of the barn. Obviously a lot of gardening,
Yeah.
a lot of carchaeology. Your little sled has worked a treat. We've backed it into here, it's still on the sled. And this is the point where you can actually look at it and go, this is what it is. How does it feel?
Surreal, really.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I know you've been thinking about doing it for ages.
Yeah, for 4 years really, since my dad passed away, and he'd spoken about it since, well, I can remember really. All kind of plans to kind of get it home and do, and it never happened, and now it is, in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously it's going to need a complete rebuild.
Yeah.
That's a given.
Yeah.
And there is a door missing.
Well, yeah, Liam's just mentioned he's got a door.
You've
And
got a door?
Driver's door.
For a Mark 1 Mini?
Yeah, with the glass.
Well, bloody hell.
Meant to be.
There we go.
Meant to be.
And we haven't had a chance to really look round it much, but I know that you lifted up this seat, this sort of accessory seat which has a headrest in it. And you said, oh, these have got seat covers. And underneath, the seats, unbelievably, are really, really good. The seat fabric, look, this is like a sleeve with an accessory headrest on it. And it's got obviously an aftermarket steering wheel. We haven't had a look at the engine. We need to have a look at the engine, don't we? Yeah. We need to have a look at the engine. Also, I realised 1965, this year this car will be, what is it, 60th anniversary?
Yeah, 60.
60,
yeah.
I know it's obviously pretty mucky under there, but it probably looks better under there than it does out here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the algae on the top looks like the Northern Lights.
It does.
I thought. So I think what we're going to do now, we've got a little bit of time. We thought we'd push through. I know Dave's really keen to see if we can strike it up. There's a couple of other guys who are happy to help. We're going to see if we can get the Cooper to fire up. Obviously, the first checks we're going to do, the obvious ones, is it seized? If it's seized, it's not going to happen. Plugs out, bores lubed, turn it over carefully on a spanner, and then we see if we can get ignition and introduce some fuel. Who knows? No promises. We're going to take the bonnet off first and foremost because it's a lot easier to work on a mini engine with the bonnet off. Obviously the car's going to be stripped ultimately anyway. If you haven't seen, I did do a Mini Cooper barn find a while back, a double Mini Cooper barn find, but it was a 90s Mini and a noughties Mini. Certainly not a Mark 1 like this. Although I did do a Mark 1. It wasn't a Cooper though. A 1960, very early car. Now, as you know, our barn find playlist is proudly supported by Nielsen car cleaning products. Ordinarily, I would have given the car a deep clean. In this instance, Dave didn't want to clean the car. He wanted to bring it here, set to work on it and restore it in his own time, and I have to respect that. But of course, if you want, you can clean your car using all the different types of cleaning products that Nielsen do, all made in the UK, established in 1969. And we have a massive discount code, 35% off, using TLBS 35. Have a look in the description for the link to go to their website and go shopping. While those boys are working on the engine, I'm actually going to use the Nielsen glass cleaner because I need to clean a little section of the windscreen to sucker a camera on to film the engine being worked on. Practical. Get that algae off. I'll take that. That's one of the Mark 1 Mini hallmarks, this little moustache style grille top there. And these little tail rails, quarter bumpers, they're all unfortunately quite ruined on Dave's dad's car, but it's usually easier access to take the front grille out to get to the distributor. So the points to clean up and the distributor cap and all that stuff, which is what Brian's doing. And Brian's already taken the rocker cover off to oil this top end of the engine so that when we turn it over by hand, we'll see whether the valves are stuck. And then the twin carbs, of course, which is a Mini Cooper thing. We're going to make sure that the dash pots in the SU carbs are oiled so that they move. Make sure the linkages are unseized. We'll run it off a can of fuel. I actually forgot to bring the can of Hope along. I totally forgot for the first time in my life. They're not happy with me about it. I'm really sorry, but I just totally forgot. Amazing, the plugs have come out with some lube. That's good, because obviously we're going to turn the engine over if we can with no compression. It feels quite refreshing to not do as much spannering. I'm actually quite tired after doing all of that manual labour today.
Huh?
Yeah. Can you guys come to some of the other barn finds that I do?
Yes, mate, you pay the beer.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Yeah, I'll pay you in beer, depending on how much beer you want or drink.
Wow.
Oh, we can drink.
Oh.
It might not be a good investment. See if we can get a...
So we've lubricated the bores as per usual. We've put some misting oil down there. They've just been trying to turn the engine over on the crankshaft pulley. It's not very accessible, so we're going to take the starter motor out, which is right there, just below the distributor, and then we can get in there and we can turn it over that way. If it's seized, it's game over for today. Anyway, obviously, Dave's going to rebuild the car in his own time. But if it's not seized, who knows? Who knows? Remember, if you like this video, like and subscribe. And maybe give us a comment, as long as it's positive. If it isn't, I'll come round and bash you with my gloved hand, this one. I don't know why I haven't got a glove on this hand.
Wow.
Is it seized? You are leaning on that bar, aren't you?
Do you want to
It's
go
not.
on the part?
It's definitely not in gear, is it?
Well,
Try and see if it's
fucking seized.
the whole gear stickers.
I wouldn't be surprised that's in gear.
What, with the handbrake off? Your dad would have probably left it with the handbrake off, right? Because if he was a mechanic, he'd know.
That's totally seized.
The stick is.
So it could be in gear.
In
Could be in gear.
How would we? Where does the linkage
The
go?
box is in the sump, isn't it, in these?
It is. Where does the linkage come through? Does it go straight?
It goes into the sun.
Into the sun.
Yeah, I mean, we could take the wheels off.
Take it down, yeah.
Steps off.
Yeah, I mean, it's going nowhere on this.
No, it could be.
On this frame, is it?
Could be.
There, you see it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're seeing a tiny bit of movement on that flywheel.
Yeah, it wasn't moving at all at all, I think.
So it's easing a little. That's progress. even if it can't run today, that's still progress. So it does look like it's probably seized, but leaving some diesel in the bores for a few weeks and coming back and trying it in a week or two might make a world of difference. And to be honest with you, we've done an awful lot today.
Oh yeah.
I'm less bothered about getting it running, knowing that we've pulled it out from where it was this morning.
Yeah.
And you got it in the trailer before dark,
Yeah.
which I was not expecting at all. So well done. And I hope everybody at home has enjoyed this little journey that this car's been on today.
Yeah.
It's been mega. And I know that you're going to get this car back on the road.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because you've got it in your eyes. You're hell bent on it. And hopefully it'll look as good as it did in those photos that you've got from back in the day.
You know, there's work, but it's not that bad. You know.
Yeah.
It's
It's an extremely desirable car these days as well.
Oh yeah, massively.
You know, a Mark 1 Mini Cooper that's been off the road since 1978.
Yeah.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not going to run today, unless there's some sort of major miracle when I go home and Phil packs up. But what a great adventure we've had today. This has not been a mini adventure. This has been a major adventure. We've got this car all the way out from that barn, undergrowth, heavy plant, tractors, house clearance. We've found all manner of artifacts. But what I love about this is a really sentimental car. It's a valuable car in its own right, a Mark 1 Morris Cooper Mini. But this is Dave's dad's car. This is a car that's survived his dad and his mum. And this is going to stay in the family, and he is going to restore it. And that's the start of its journey, its new journey as of today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Late Break Show. I've really had a ball today. I'm tired, but very happy. And if you know of a car that you think is of interest for one of these episodes, let me know. It could be in a real barn. It could be in a normal garage, a driveway, a hedge, in the middle of a field. If it's got an interesting rarity or backstory, get in touch with an email, give us some details and some photos, and who knows, I might be coming to film near you soon.